Ayo. Hi. Never mind, I'm here. Ayo, my lovely dreamers. Welcome back to our favorable and cozy veil between realities. How are we doing today? Yeah. Hope it's been an exciting Monday. As exciting as a Monday can be for you guys. Personally, I'm actually doing great for once. It's kind of been a little bit since I've been doing much on the better side, and you know, just chilling, just like you, Val, just like many others, I'm sure, all here. I am just chilling. Been really looking for a solo game though. I've been playing Final Fantasy again quite a lot because I'm sub to Final Fantasy 14. And then just chill it. Noodle. So yeah, I've been doing Final Fantasy for a bit, but I'm not really sure what I want to do other than
Vox stream.
TTS. Who the hell is Vok? Vok? I doubt there's going to be a single TTS in this universe that actually knows how to pronounce my name. Oh, crap. Speaking of TTS, I never finished configuring Monster TTS. We're going to have to do that for Monday. Kenshi is a good pastime. Kenshi seems like it would be kind of fun. I also have Outward. I also have had my eyes on Dragon's Dogma because some of you guys have been talking to me about it a lot, and I'm like, my action RPG cravings are too strong right now. I want it. But, you know, that's gonna have to wait till sometime later when I can afford it. So, for now, I don't know, I'm just kind of like bouncing between MMO to MMO, figuring out what to do. You need to find someone to do a co-op game with Outward with? Oh, God. Yeah. I have Outward. Never actually played it at all, including the co-op. I feel like co-op would be a bit more enjoyable with just how like unnecessarily brutal that game is. But you know, I've played other unnecessarily brutal games, so this wouldn't be too far outside my wheelhouse, to be honest. One person never offered and never ended up playing with you. That sucked. I also downloaded and never played it. Yep. I can see this is a little bit of a trend here with everybody. I mean, I don't know if Outward is one of those games that many people are going to finish. It seems like one of those games where like the kind of the experience is not in like playing and finishing the story. It's just like surviving and doing stuff in it. Yeah, Outward's rough. Out of all the reviews I've seen, just like, holy crap, it's bad. To be honest, if I could just be playing Helldivers 24/7, I would be. Oh no, were you just like unable to fight the ghost type enemies because, you know, you're not able to punch ghosts? Is that like a real thing? Use of all the special oil you got in the 140. Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, Jesse, is I need a Persona 5 right now, to be honest. I don't know, I've been trying a couple things, but nothing's really been hitting. Mass Effect is kind of okay, but I kind of remember too much of the game, even though it's been so many years since I played it. Picked up Psychonauts 2, that's kind of cool, that's fun, but I feel like I kind of need to be in a specific mood for it. And in terms of classes that I would be into for Dragon's Dogma, since you're wondering, hang on, brain shut down. Oh god, what was I saying? Yes, I was definitely looking at Thief. That's probably what I'd start out as. I was really interested in Trickster for Dragon's Dogma because Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, being a little shit is kind of my calling in life. So, you know, it looks like there are a lot of really interesting ways you can be deceptive and silly as a trickster. But I don't know. I like speed and slicey, dicey. Say the thing. So, hey guys, Star just used for the first time a new redeem that we have because I'm working on new redeems, which is a catchphrase request because you guys love watching me be cringe, and so I figured that you guys could request for me to yell catchphrases like I'm some kind of magical girl, and I was expecting that maybe you would specify what I'd say, but well, I already know what Star wants, so... But... Eyes, do the thing. Oh god. Well, that was... Okay. The light of hope has arrived! There, you happy? Okay, yeah, thank you. Oh, you guys did too much. But yeah. I'm kind of like brainstorming on what other redeems that I could do. There's for like voice oriented VTubers, there's been stuff like, you know, having a redeem to have the person call you a good girl or good boy or good pet, that kind of thing. Or just like doing a hydration check or a posture check or something, or I don't know. I don't have a lot of ideas. I kind of like want ideas. So if you guys think of anything, please go ahead and let me know. I want more interesting and creative ways for you guys to use your channel points. And once we have more of those, I'll refactor the whole channel point economy. So yeah, we'll get to that. But yep. 1,000 channel points, you can make me shout a voice line like I'm some kind of video game character in a Super Sentai game. So enjoy that.
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as though it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved, for the machine is immortal. Even in death I serve the Omnissiah.
Oh, we love the ad mech here. Thank you, Immortal, that was hilarious. Okay. I think you guys already know what you're waiting for. It's time for Citizen Eeper. Eeper Big Sleeper. Oh, and I have to... There we go. Okay, and we gotta move me... Eeper Big Sleeper. How do I only have 3 hours on Project Zomboid? Why are you looking at my Steam playtime? Project Zomboid just kind of like didn't hit with me too well. It was something I was meaning to play with a group, but like didn't really get around too much. I'll play Zomboid more sometime. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's terribly exciting to do solo. You know what I mean? We'll have Lance reading along with us. Lancing on top of my head. Alright, fine. Done. There we go. I am Cathead. Alrighty. Let's get back into it. Just wait for its survivals? No, I mean, Immortal, I barely understand how the game works. I don't think I could do anything that exciting. Okay. God, Okay, so we had just finished a cycle. We had done a whole bunch of stuff. There's something new here? Right, we're looking for the hunter's nest. Okay. So we'll do that once we eat. Where's home? Here's home. My sad little home. Hooray! Hooray! My sad little home. Awesome. That's pretty nice. 4.5 point dice. Especially since we need to actually, hey, since we need to do a little bit of, Lance, you're blocking the thing. No, it's fine. They could just let you read it. Oh, fine, whatever. All right. Titanfall 2 is $3. That's funny. Okay. I don't remember honestly what else we need to do, but I do know that I want to help. Ow! I am tired. Out of goddamn no. Ooh, out of nowhere. Wait, what's going on with the compressor? Right. Ethan hates us now. His fault for being a piece of shit. Alrighty. Thank goodness we have the power of fungus. Oh man, that's a critical action. I didn't, why wasn't I looking? Crap. Now we're gonna have to intuit our way out of this? Son of a bitch. Honestly, I have a little bit too much time on my hands lately, so I should be shopping the Steam sales, to be honest. I just I don't know, my whimsy for stuff is just so muted. My whimsy has been stamped out like a flame that is reduced merely to embers. That makes it sound a lot worse than it is, but you know, I'm just I'm just bored all the time. I'm actually, you know, I might as well tell you guys now, I'm probably gonna extend stream a little bit just because I'm gonna have nothing better to do after stream's over. Is there? Okay. So next cycle we'll get people over here. Hey there! Didn't get me with that one, but welcome. You know what? Actually, speaking of which, maybe I'm gonna. Oh god! Oh god! My first negative outcome on one of these. Can you suggest taking a look at some of the upgrades? We're saving our points though. I'm still undecided on what I want to do. Anyway, I'm looking at sound alerts real quick because I'm realizing that somehow I think the alerts have gotten quieter, and that's very strange. So, at the possibility of severely regretting this later, I'm increasing the volume of the jump scares. Because there's no point if they don't scare the hell out of me sometimes. Alright. So what's going on here? Instant karma. Yeah, I did see that. But that is 1, 2, that is 4 upgrade points to get instant karma, and I don't know how much I want that. Because I personally, I think I actually want the Obsessive Haggler, because then I'll be able to just not worry about money nearly as much. Because like we're like okay on money, but we definitely could be doing a lot better. And then, well, just having overall. So why not grab it now? Because I'm indecisive. Why are you backseat gaming? Oh, I wanted to check out. Right. Havanage's 2-3s, that's right. Yes, I don't know what I'm saving it for yet. I'm I like to hoard points, and I'm a little indecisive about spending them sometimes. That's it. I am probably going to get like Obsessive Haggler, but I might also come upon some kind of situation where I'm like, man, I would love to have a better engineering, or I would love to have a not shitty endure or something. Why can't I access my upgrade menu all of a sudden? There it is. I am the point gobbler, yes. Luckily, it does kind of look like, honestly, if you just do enough drives, you can almost get everything. So yeah, we have better engage now, which admittedly would have been nice earlier, but I wasn't really sure if I would. Can in fact, yeah, everything. Yeah, that makes sense. I am not surprised. All right, Neovent, let's work this out. Damn it. Yeah, 20% off. Okay, what do we need in order to go to the next area? 80. Okay. So we can do that in a little bit. Hopefully, if our dice don't suck next cycle, we can just work on engineering a little bit and maybe get some scrap and get some. No! Oh! 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 That's nice. Maybe it's time to make some risky bets. Well, nah, it's dangerous. So neutral actions will screw us over. Nest found! We'll get to that in a moment. Ooh, oh, wait, Spoke had an engage action, didn't it? Yes, scale the Spoke. What benefit is this going to bring us, though, I wonder? I don't really know what I'm going to get out of that. Ooh, that could be... Hey, Kari! I thought you were working. Because I think you said you work on Mondays.
Emotional damage!
Isn't that what exploring generally means? Yes. Yes. Exploring does usually mean... Oh. Exploring does usually mean that you discover whether or not something is worth your time. Alright. Now, is this like the other explorers? Ah, yes it is. Ooh. Oh. Oh ho ho ho. Let's see. Interesting. So this is the, oh, the freight, yeah. Alright, we'll save the last eye till after this. Okay. We got the ship mine back. Oh! Sleeper, I am here. The voice is soft, gentle, like floating water. And yet you recognize it immediately. At first, you struggle to understand what you are looking at. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest, a loop with no end. And there, at its center, the ship mind. But not the ship mind any longer. A sphere spinning around another sphere, an orrery of cycles and systems, a map. And then, behind and above, a figure, hands among the strings like a puppeteer. What happened to you? I am free, Sleeper. You freed me. Navigator's face, their head, is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you. That head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. Yeah, I guess I'm ready. And then the Hunter's there, before you can think, before you can cease. Speak. Entities, cease. Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected material. Access prohibited. Hunter's threads surge for you and Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks, which they can crowd into and tear apart. Hurrah! You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind. But replacements keep coming faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and a sphere is gathering there, data feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking, tasting, their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. The Light of Hope would have a blade of light. Yes. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies. Modified routines. Above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommend invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer would eliminate protocol. If protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommend do not invoke killer. Switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Navigator pulls you away from Hunter, the threads that grabbed you drifting away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increased frequency. It seems like Hunter cannot invoke killer. Neoven's... no. Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar, yet distant. What happened to it? It is looping, Navigator whispers. Unable to reach a conclusive position, it has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. I will monitor it. but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning makes this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter-rotations, and feel a pang of guilt. Is it suffering? This is a more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient. Truly sentient. Not just non-conforming, not just illegal. The limits people place on the programs they create are there to comfort, protect, to imply the kind of certainty the law requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight, but in reality, they are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about you? Me? I know myself to be conscious. I know myself to respond to stimulus. I know myself to reason. That is either sentience or the illusion of sentience, and for me, the entity in question, the distinction becomes a moot point. To misquote, I think I am thinking, therefore I am thinking. What do you mean, where's Lance? He's sitting on my head. See? See? I can't look up. My tracking is too limited. I was not made to be like this. I am a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arms wide, and then whole solar systems apparate before them, the music of the spheres. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious from my routines. By whom and for what, I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit into the memory of that vending machine. Their starlight dims. So here we are, in darkness. What else did you lose? That is the blessing and curse of forgetting. You cannot truly know what you lost. I guess that applies to my own life, too. Navigator glides back towards the nest and the ship mind at its center, ignoring the looping Hunter. Come. I should return to the ship mind. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Navigator turns, all shimmering liquid light. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain, somewhere else on this station. It is the true danger. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat, through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship mind. Take me there, Sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen Hunter. Floating at some distance now stood straight-legged and static, a strange creature looping endlessly in the dark. Hey, and there's another drive. This time we'll actually save for a second point, or a second bonus and something. Or will we? It's 3 points. Ugh. You are a strange creature, Star. This stream is a home, in fact, to strange creatures. Oh, there we go. Mata was getting abducted for a second because I dare hydrate a little bit. Alrighty. So, what next? What next? What next? We have a 6-point die, so we should use that on something riskier than just making money. Would have been better if we had a 5-point die for this, but maybe, maybe, maybe. This is probably the only time we're going to be able to do this enter the spoke action. So let's do it, just cuz. Yeah! Alrighty. Wait, did we lock anything else? Yes, we did! As import export. Oh! Ah! We could have just bought it with raw cryo? You kidding me? We went through all that crap to build 2 ship mines and we could have just bought one. Oh man. That's so funny. Well, shame that. We got it our own way by being lucky as hell, so we're just fine. Do you think I could have afforded the price tag? Oh, totally. Like, if it's achievable by just force of money, that is so much more achievable than, yes. Actually, it's less than 300 cryo, thank you very much. It's 240 because we have 20% off. Thank you very much. Now let's see here. Now it's probably a good time to... No. I hate when it does that. I'm sitting there trying to click the thing off and it just doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Ow. My energy. That's fine. We'll go for some cheap food this time. Because that's like 2 energy, I think? Yeah. Cool. We're okay for now. I'm still thinking about stealing a shipment. I'm curious what happens. Shit, we should have saved the 5-point die for that. I think we had one. Oh well. No, I don't wanna. I would like to get that last explore done, but I'm just too curious. I am just too curious. Yoink! Random items. Hey, it got us scrap. Oh crap, we have a bunch of Havenage data. Wait, we should sell that. Ooh. Is that Rabia? No. Maybe I should actually look into that clock too. Kind of curious. I'm just following my whimsy at the moment. What am I doing and where am I doing it? Amber, I think, was where you? Yes. All right. Now we have one regular die. I think Yatagan, yes. And hey, we don't have a hunter problem anymore. Tee hee 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 hee. Tee hee hee. Tee hee. Oh, hey, Vintage. I have A gift for you. Oh, right, and we have... Probably don't have any use for actually buying any scrap at the moment, I feel like. Are these guys here? No. Oh yeah, those guys just left and these guys are here. I'm buying it anyway. Cool. So we can do a little stuff repairing. It's probably not going to get us an extra die. Oh, maybe actually. Yeah, look at that. Because we're gonna lose one condition, we'll still be in the green there. Nice. Okay. So, our dice kind of suck today. It's kind of feeling a little bit like a hacking day. I don't know why I looked over there, we already know it's over here. So this is just scrap and stuff, nothing terribly interesting. We have, we can, yeah, we could probably afford to do that. We're gonna lose condition. Oh! Barely didn't. Nice. Who cares that we're starving? We'll figure that out in a moment. Thank you, Amphis. Anyway. So what's this? Ascend to hub. What? Whoa! 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 Oh, this is sick. Oh my god. Okay. So, the AE1 mainframe is now mostly disused. Haven is up there, mass controllers. Navigator thinks high. Aha! So this is where Navigator wants us to go. How strangely convenient. Yeah, you can kind of see everything. I like the green way that we haven't been to yet. And then the collapse. All right, what's going on at the hub? Not that hub, guys. Not that hub. It's a different hub. Spacer socializing or accessing manifest. Oh. Oh. We don't have the dice for this. What other hub? Oh, honey. There is something else that comes to mind for some denizens on the internet when they hear the hub. All right. Oh, this is just to go back down. Cool. Very cool. I'm not sure what to do about Ethan. I kind of just want to fuck off and enjoy my life. But Ethan is gonna find some way to be an asshole about it. Immortal, if you really want to know, have somebody else explain it. I'm taking it out of my hands and into the hands of the chat members. How much money are we getting out of this? Quite a lot by the looks of it. Nice. Corn Hub, yes. Rip Torn Hub. That was dumb. The first thing I thought of for some reason. To your argument that sexual desire is a mental illness, you're not gonna get any bites on that one, I think. Sexual people are just going to get out of it whatever they like, and I believe the perspective they would have on that is, if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Somebody can confirm for me whether or not you agree with that statement. It is also, yeah, literally, it's needed to procreate and propagate our species. Today you learned that in 2003, the fast food company Sonic began printing out their own money to pay the workers. This led to huge inflation in the economy and was one of the leading factors of the 2008-2009 recession. You would recommend looking up Sonic inflation on Google if you want to learn what Jazzy. Jazzy, no! Jazzy, no! God, that's gross. It's... Nobody listen to Jazzy, exactly. Yes, it is one of those copypastas to make people look up weird stuff. But a pretty funny one, I might add. Oh my god. Okay. We have 80 cryo for this. Let's just do it. Founder's Ferry. Sweet, so now we can go over here. Oh, that wasn't very far. Okay. We're in the Greenway, guys. New area. You have no idea why Craft the World ended up on World of Warcraft NSFW. What? What are you talking about? Did you know on Fridays it's Pet Femboy Day? Oh. Darn, if only I knew some femboys to pet. I guess I'll just have to go give Lou some head pats since I don't know any other femboys. But even you're putting dwarf game. You're Immortal. I mean this with the most kindness, but you're on the A spectrum, aren't you? I think we've talked about this, haven't we? That you are on the A spectrum? That we are like-minded in that way? Yeah. Don't worry. You're completely valid. I know that, every once in a while maybe the rest of this community can act like rabid animals, but this is definitely a place for even people that aren't a fan of that sort of thing, and I am kind of among them. I can enjoy a little bit of crass humor here and there, but I otherwise think that stuff's pretty gross. I'm just easygoing. As you step out into the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you stumbling down the corridor. You turn to see an unfamiliar spacer, laden with heavy gear. She steadies herself, staring you down as if daring you to respond. Excuse me? She squints at you, shaking her head before setting off down the corridor. I'm sorry. Oh my god, you're gorgeous. Huh? Right, where were we? God, you are just aesthetically blissful. I'm sorry for her. A second spacer smiles at you apologetically. She's on a mission, and when she's on a mission, they shrug. fine, whatever. No problem. They smile. You're sweet. Peek! Eshe? Eshe? Esh? Eshe? Ish? I'm gonna go with Ish. Stands further down the corridor, glowering at her friend. She chops at the air, thrusting down the corridor to whatever she is rushing to. Peek raises her eyebrows at you. Ish, please. Do you want everyone in this station to hate us? Ish hardens. I hate that pronunciation. How do I pronounce this name? I'll think of something. Ash? Eshe? I'm butchering this. Oh, that's all I know. They want to hate us. They want to hate us. They can hate us. She drops her hip. I'm not exactly seeing much love as it is. We're lucky we got through before they set up that damn cordon. Cordon? Peek gestures in your direction. See? They don't even know what you're talking about. This station isn't Hawthorne. Not everyone has to follow some corporate protocol. Ish sighs. Eshe. Ugh! Ah, this is killing me! Oh, it's Swahili. Okay. Ishe.
Eshe.
Eshe. Okay, Eshe. God, okay, that was killing me. I can't bear to willingly fuck that up. Eshe sighs. I'm not saying they're part of the administration. She jerks her head in your direction. But I am saying we need to get these supplies to Briar before someone starts asking questions. The Briar? All the women's in this game are really just very pretty. That's our ship, Peek explains. Peek! Eshe rolls her eyes. What are you doing? Peek ignores her. We are with the refugees, the one havenage of cordon off from entering the station. Eshe interrupts. The ones that being quarantined in makeshift vessels that barely made it to the eye to begin with. The ones that your station administrators have called an existential risk and are running out of supplies while their right to safety is being debated by people with no stake in their future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outburst. Peek sighs. She's right. People are trapped out here, and they turn to Eshe. We understand that this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees and more ships turning up every cycle. They hold up a hand to Eshe to stop interrupting. But Eshe turns away, her burning anger at palpable force in the close quarters of the corridor. They need supplies. And after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping. That's terrible. Eshe looks back at you, her fierceness fading. Peek, please. Eshe gathers herself and the supplies. Eshe, we need help. Just like the refugees needed us, we need others too. They smile at her. Peek turns to you. Come find us. The climbing briar is docked as the broken spoke. Past the greenway, in the wastes. We have a good view of the cordon, though we are keeping our distance for now. Come help us. I squeeze your hand. You were touching my hand? Eshe turns to leave and Peek follows, waving goodbye. A moment later, Eshe shouts back down the corridor, Don't bother coming empty-handed! You want help? Show us! Bring supplies or don't come at all! And with that, they disappear around the corner, Eshe already picking up speed as Peek calls for her to slow down. A refugee flotilla? Where are they coming from, and why now? Each time you think you begin to understand this place, something changes. Well, dang. And now we've got, oh, wow, we've got a whole bunch of new stuff. So, the Greenway. Exploring the green. Okay, so there's another explore action. Ooh. Ah, right. Waiting for Fang over here, so I'm glad we paid the money. Wow, lots of endure actions here. Working the canteen. That'll give us status as a Haifa member. Interesting. Don't know how that's going to benefit me yet. Looking for tracks, looking for signals. Right, this is us looking for Ashton. Luckily, both actions are repeatable, so we can at least do that. Okay. Oh, and then the wastes. Cannot gather scrap here. Dang. Yeah, because we need a +1 and endure. Damn. Being able to. Hey. Oh yeah, the Briar. Supply gear rolls. Oh, right. We're looking for. Oh my goodness. Episode Flux is the first of 3 episodic updates to Citizen Sleeper, telling the story of the refugee flotilla which has arrived at the Eye. All 3 episodes, Flux, Refuge, and Purge, are now available. Complete the supply Girls action will begin the episode, but be aware that this is intended for late game play. Okay, we're definitely going to do that later. For now, we're going to have to figure out how to actually get the mushies. We're probably going to get more more idea of what we need based on the explore action, to be honest. I guess we could do that, see what it opens up for us. Farm stacks. Whoa! 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 Bartering for food? Is this gonna do what I hope it will? Nope. We just we just eat it on the spot. Okay. Might not even notice before it's gone. Oh, we could do some stealing. I wonder if that's just like also an energy increase. You know, come to think of it, maybe I'm gonna want. I think I want predictive reasoning. Because, yes, oh my god, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, being able to like actually predict like what's gonna happen when we do things is just absurdly nice. Oh, that's a lot of energy. Okay. Well, we're out of dice. Do we have some data to sell? Not really. Crack Conway. Right. To the tracker. We are just tied to Fang's hip. Little bastard. Ooh, you know. So, right, we've got. Huh? Oh! Collecting tithes gives you freaking scrap? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I know what we're doing tomorrow. Anyway, so I've been like thinking about what to do about Ethan. Because he's gonna come back and I feel like he's gonna try and kill us or something. And I'm wondering if maybe being in the good graces of the Yataghan might be able to warrant us like some kind of like actual protection against, you know, somebody with a very severe vendetta against us. So I think, ooh, those dice are not what I was hoping they would be. Right, it's an engage action. I was like, why do we get energy from that? Yes! Scrap! Scrap! Scrappo! Scrap! Scrappy! Scrap! Scrappins! Scrappins! Scrappin' beppins. Alright. So... I'm curious. There was, the commune. We're kind of safe from negative actions for this. Oops. Oops. Yeah. I'll explore the rest of the low end soon. Ooh. No, what? Oh, join the Haifa commune. Ah, Haifa commune meets the needs of its members in exchange for work. Could you find a home here? Oh, I'd love to live in the Greenway. It's so green. But no, actually, how close are we to finishing the low-end exploration? Just a little bit. Yeah, we could probably finish it off. Next cycle. Oh! Oh my god. Guys. Only just now learning you can do that with the camera. Oh my god. Okay. No, I didn't. I did not realize A and D rotated. I never tried. Alrighty. Oh god. No, I hate that. Rotate it back. Fix it. Fix it. Okay. Anyway. Get rotated, idiot. That's me. I'm getting rotated. It's probably fine. Huh? Nice. We either gain or lose energy. It doesn't guarantee whether or not we're going to get... Screw you, rotates your shark waifu. Wait, why shark? What does the shark part have to do with this? Oh. Well, that sucks a lot. Come on, let's just win the 50-50, shall we? Nice. All right. Anything worth noting in the... Oh! Abandoned housing unit! Yes! 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 Oh yeah. Well, so apparently, like, rotating sharks is, like, the best way to kind of, like, deal with them if you encounter them in the wild, is you just kind of, like, rotate them out of the way, and they're just kind of like, okay, I'm over here now. It's kind of adorable. Sharks are really cute. I love sharks. Oh, it's because their nose has a lot of nerve endings? Oh, is that why people suggest punching them in the nose? Because it just, like, hurts them extra bigly, like? I don't think I like that. I couldn't punch a shark in the nose now that I know it would hurt them extra. I don't want to lose condition. Just feels like such a waste using a 6-point die in something I already have a +1 in. Kind of the same thing over here, yeah. What are the margins about again? Right, we're looking for Ashton here. Not gonna lie, our mercenary mommy friend is going to take a little bit of a backseat compared to other things. Alright, screw it. I want scrap. I want scrap. I want it. Give it. Yes! Oh. So punching them in the nose doesn't hurt them. It's a misconception. You gotta punch in the eyes and gills. Oh. Oh. So it's not that they have really sensitive noses. Well, it's not. That's a really strange way to phrase this. It's not that they have sensitive noses. It's that they have sensitive noses. Know what I mean? Yeah, there's no reason to punch. There's no reason to freaking punch a shark in the nose, in the eye or gills, unless it is actively trying to eat you. You monks stun their brain. Give them a stunning strike. Haven's just take ones? No, they take twos, and then Yathagons take ones. Yoink. So let's go back to the... Nope, not the tea house, the heavy niche. Oops. Basically hit them in the nose amongst stun their brain. Oh, so it actually, it does stun them to hit them in the nose? I don't, you guys are giving me conflicting information here. I don't know. Not that I'm ever going to do it. I don't want to hurt sharks. Assume I don't like the fact that shark fin soup exists. Yes, just because I believe that it's cruel towards the sharks. I don't actually know further information on what you're saying about it being wasteful. Is it just because when they butcher a shark for the shark fin soup, that is all that they use, and they just discard the rest of the shark? Is that what it's about? Doesn't do anything. It's probably toxic. Oh, does that? It has like medicinal purposes, or like people. Yeah, they just cut off the fin and dump the rest. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's not okay. If you are ever going to kill an animal in order to eat it, you better use everything. Because that is it's you better use everything, or at least like offer it up for nature for it to take it back. But just killing something to take one part and then just dumping it is, it's wasteful and evil. Doesn't even taste like anything. I don't actually know what the superstition is with shark fin soup. What is it? Like, what do people believe it does? Oh, right, we have active scenes. Okay. Nourishes the body, improves kidney function, and boosts the immune system. Probably medicine or boners. Yeah. It's one of the 4 things Chinese people that I don't believe helps them. I mean, probably not every Chinese person, but there seems to be kind of like a cultural predisposition for it, I guess. All right, Fang. Fang, you absolute goofin. When you enter the service dock, Fang is already set up, crouched among stacks of equipment. He's leaning over a terminal, bathed in a blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone in Havenage is set against me, and a couple of my old systems pals managed to ship me some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. The mess is here! Yes, you, the mess! Fang laughs. Don't question the process, sleeper. Alright, what are we looking at? One massive smoking gun. He raises his eyebrows. Fang beckons you over. He has a set of scans on the waist of his terminal, with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Fang shakes his head. There's hundreds of Conway machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars, and a whole underground facility to support them. Hardin has got a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them piece by piece through the shipyard, ready for assembly out here. Superstitions are very strong in the Chinese culture. A lot of cultures outside the U.S. Yeah. You will give the U.S. That nothing breaks down superstition more than mixing cultures. You're so right. Because, like, there is a lot of superstition that's kind of based in misinformation and just kind of like word of mouth. And a mixture of differing sets of knowledge are able to kind of like interact with one another and kind of determine like cross-check people's like beliefs about things. In a way, superstition can also breed culture. Totally. Superstition is also a pretty deep part of a culture in some kind of collective. There can be all kinds of superstitions. What's the difference between superstition and culture? I'm assuming that's what you mean anyway. The way I see it is that a culture is the whole, and a superstition is a piece of said whole. There are many types of things that contribute to like an overall culture, and a superstition is just one variety of those elements. Anyway, machines? That's Conway's whole thing. Remote operated vehicles, drones, cutters, salvage haulers, the full set. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the waste, but there's no way this is about pulling scrap off the eye. Fang looks worried. And why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one in Havenage knows another corporation is setting up on the station. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eye's cloud networks, and the Greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. We can't hack them? We can't from here. He turns and winks. That's how I'm gonna pay him a visit. How? You forget. Havenage come in and out of there all cycle. I should be able to get in, as long as no one I know sees me. He grimaces playfully. Cultures can share a superstition, but not the same culture entirely. Yeah. Totally. Like, you know, you could... I'm sure there are all kinds of, like... I'm especially fascinated with, like, cultural superstitions surrounding different vocations. Like, I mean, I went to school for theater. I have been a theater nerd for most of my life, up until pretty recently. And there are a lot of... There are so many superstitions. Like, in terms of the degree of, like, random superstitious mumbo-jumbo and random beliefs that people have, Theater nerds are theater people are kind of like considered by some groups to be kind of like on par with like sailors in terms of being superstitious. And while I wouldn't necessarily consider myself much of a theater person anymore because I've not participated in theater in many years, and my aspirations as an actor are some pipe dream way off in the distance somewhere. I still carry a lot of that stuff after my contact with that, and I am connected to multiple cultures. So, I mean, I I don't know. Sailors might be one of the only cultures that has more of a superstitious bent than theater, but theater is very up there. I need to stress that there were a lot of very random and minor things that were boiled into my personage as just like facts of life that I believed. I mean, like in theater and film, I think you might have noticed that a green room is never green. Or you might notice that in theater cultures, nobody ever wishes you good luck when you're doing anything. And that extends to like even doing things outside of theater. Nobody wishes you good luck. They wish that you'll break your leg. Because in theater communities, it is bad luck to wish somebody good luck. So you wish somebody bad luck because it gives them good luck. And then it's most can be just be traced back to old techniques. True, but that doesn't mean that it's all of them, and that doesn't mean that people aren't superstitious. Fun fact, the whistling thing is also a thing in theater. You're not supposed to whistle anywhere near a stage. Oh wait, you're... Right, sorry, you're actually talking about theater. My bad. Yeah, the whistling was to signal set changes or to like signal somebody to work on like ropes and pulleys to like adjust scaffolding and stuff. So like if somebody was to make an errant whistle, they would be putting people in risk. Oh, that's cool. I'm kind of jealous. I really enjoyed the tech side of theater when I did that. I worked in lighting and in sound for quite a while. Helped out with set because, well, if you're part of any kind of theater tech, you probably end up helping out with set eventually. And of course, I did a lot of acting. I had a short stint directing. It's a lot of fun, and I miss it. But there was a lot of really interesting bardic lore that I was able to kind of come away from in my time doing theater. Still fascinated with sound, actually. Something that I wouldn't miss the electrical burns. Never got any. I would... Yeah, I mean, I get singed a couple times whenever I was too close to a lighting instrument that has been on for a while. But, I was typically pretty careful about not electrocuting myself in any way. Did you have Immortal, did you ever do stage management? Did you? I'm asking because I'm very curious. You somewhat remind me of some stage managers I used to know. You're not a people person. I mean, not gonna lie, most of the good stage managers I ever knew were not sociable people. Like, I know that stage managers like interact with a lot of people on a daily basis, but they're usually the no bullshit, I'm not going to put up with you type of people who just get things done, and are usually just kind of making sure all the threads are connected. I kind of still want to be a sound tech, to be honest, Jazzy. I think it's really cool. Though I don't have much experience with like the actual physical and technical side of things. I was mostly doing a lot of software stuff, a lot of programming cues and stuff. That was so fun. Oh my god. Okay. But I need you on the outside to help disable security systems and cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but if I can get inside, I can open up nodes in their network and we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility buried deep down there. Miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars. So it'll take more than a few cycles to work through it. But as long as you can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. Yeah, that's fair. You kind of have to settle with one organization for a while to end up actually being able to stage manage, because that's, there's a lot on your shoulders when you're a stage manager. He pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers I managed to salvage, so make them count. I modified them slightly. This time, they'll feed their data threads back into the system that they are tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop. Yeah, honestly, working in theater, pretty much for the most part, is a labor of love and a side gig at the very best. Which is such a shame, because unless you just really make it big, you really need to be doing something else to sustain yourself, and then you work in theater because it's something that you enjoy. It's a little bit like VTubing, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be able to make a living off of this for a very long time, if at all. I'm just doing it because I really enjoy it and I like interacting with you guys. It's fun. Anyway, we run it just like we did with the agents. Hack the nodes I ping to locate the ports for the security system, then slot the worms, and those systems will let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility on the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can get access and slot the first worm. That'll fry their perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up a security system, a server bank, you need to break in and slide a ripper and disable it as soon as you can. If I can't... Ben gives you a hard look. If you want to make money in theater, just own the land the theater's on. That... Ouch. That's too freaking real. You miss the system, wait too long, they're gonna find me. Simple as that. Claps you on the shoulder. I need you focused on this one. So I'm gonna let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot that first worm. If you want to make money in the music industry, operate the recording studio. Yep. Actually, an old friend of a friend who worked in film for a really long time, doing a lot of behind the scenes tech stuff. His one resounding piece of advice was, it's never too late to give up on your dreams. The only person I know who is reliably in film, and that's what he had to say about it. Yeah, it's rough. Entertainment is such a difficult vocation to get into, and yet it is my reason for living. It's so frustrating. But, you just do what you can because you love doing it. I'll leave a tracker on the terminal here. Come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats the top of the screen. Got it. Don't worry, you can run rings on their protocols. I've seen it. Ben gets up, It's all in place. You just need to make your own preparations, then slot that worm. He stretches. Just still way too long. I'm getting bored of all this sneaking around. Thank you, Jazzy. I love you guys. You're always more so a tech person. You probably break down on stage. I'm honestly glad, in a way, that is how you feel about it, because I am so... I don't know. I am so inexorably linked to the actual act of performance. I am just so deeply built down to my fabric to perform and to do so in front of people that sometimes it like boggles my mind that there are people who are actually like, yeah, I prefer doing backstage stuff. I prefer doing tech. Because I'm just one of those people that loves the stage and loves the crowd so much. Obviously, acting was my main passion when it came to doing theater, especially improv. I really loved improv. I was very good at improv, and I was on a troupe. And dang, do I want to be on a troupe again. Once I'm inside, I'll get the proof we need to end this whole thing, no matter what. He crouches to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing, remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught, or you can't reach me, or we run out of time, there's one thing you need to do. What? You take whatever I have managed to pull at that point, all that data, and you slide that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points at a pile of servers and terminals hooked into the dock with cables as thick as your arm. I've repurposed the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam out whatever you put in it. Anyone with a terminal, a slate, or a server on the eye will see it. That means Havenage, Yatagan, the hub, everyone. No matter what, Hardin isn't sneaking away this time. He grins. I got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot that first worm, I'll make my move. Gives you a parting smile and turns back to the terminal. The nerves hit you as you make your way out of the surface dock. Time to prepare yourself. This feels pretty important. This must be like the thrilling conclusion of Fang's whole storyline here. And maybe, finally, a way to disable this damn tracker on me. Alrighty. So we're gonna save up scrap for a little bit to get the abandoned apartment and make that ours. What? We have, oh, right, we have, yeah, password. Here in the low end, you cross between 2 walls of streets, one of the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of tabla, the shouts of children, the whir of air filters. Sleeper. You turn to see a man sitting at a tabla table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool on the opposite side of the table. Sit. Alright. You sit at the metal stool and he starts setting out a board with counters, or at least the filter caps low-enders typically use in their place. Castor, he says by way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day? He asks, gesturing at the caps. Crudely displayed in white and black. Night. He nods. The black counters are already on your side. Let's begin. You take a plastic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Castor rolls a 6, you a 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spreading along the board. As it does, Castor speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It's unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play with you. You take your turn, rolling a 5 and a 6. I have no idea what this game is. For so I'm going to play carefully. After all, a sleeper's mind must somehow be different to a human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Castor talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. Oh, is this Tabla? Is that like actually what this is? I didn't mean to offend you. Castor meets your eye. I merely see what you are to see that you are by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added? He slides a single cap into an open point, a risk and an opportunity. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about this, Sleeper? About what you were before and what you are now? Always. You roll a double one and solidify your wall. Castor whistles. The holding game. Commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in a single move. But we cannot idle too long, Sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The path to you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It is a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives unaware of your fate, no matter what it may be. He hands you the dice, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk. An offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again, under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Castor's before he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is how you see yourself in all of this. Castor asks, what does this tangle of truths make you? Free. Yes. Castor looks away, through the glass of the crowded units on all sides. I can see that. Your life as an escape was never meant to happen, yet here we are. He starts removing caps, his home board now full. Your life is an offshoot. It can go anywhere from here. You try a few more rolls, attempting to get back in the game, but Castor clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return a cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Castor claps his hands apologetically. You play well. Really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel we could even share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with that last word. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It is over. He has won. I'll see. Please. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here, and if I am able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more, the call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments, and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave, Castor nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening you're sure was there. Well, cool. What's this guy about? The stories about Yatagan are brutal, but I want the truth. The Byleth stabilizer should provide the motivation. Ooh. Oh my god. Trade ship mine for Havenage. And stabilizer for Yatagan? Oh my god, I knew there was a reason I was holding on to some of this extra data. Ah! Excellent. Well, I think that was all of our active scenes. So, yep. Let's go. I think we might be losing a die. Not honestly sure. Well, I probably should... Damn it. Oh, damn it. I could have... Oh. No! I'm stupid! Oh, I'm just a colossal freaking idiot. I could have bought more scrap from those guys. Oh, I was going to as well. I just forgot after doing 2 long-ass scenes. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Right. Gotta go and save me. We shall collect tithes. Collect tithes. Yes. We are definitely not going to get this before Ethan comes back to punch our guts in. But hey, 4 things to scrap. Oh. Hey. As you say your goodbyes to the other enforcers and walk back through the low end, a chirruping catches your attention. In a quiet corridor, away from the main thoroughfares, someone has stuck a small recorder to the wall with suit sealant tape. Written across the fluorescent tape is one word: sleeper. You peel it away from the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of improvised trip switch. Sleeper, Sabine's voice crackles through. I've seen you with Yatagan members. Are they holding you captive now too? A high whine. I'm sorry if I've dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening within the gang. Some kind of power struggle. You cover the speaker a little, their voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon. Thanks to your efforts, I have located most of their properties. At the right time, a pause. I will see you soon. Don't give up. Remember our deal. The recording cuts out. You stare at the recorder, processing what you just heard. Hearing Sabine's voice again opens up something inside you. An SNARP employee. Do they know that I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You throw the recorder into a nearby waste chute as you leave the door, still unsure who to trust, and head quietly out of the low end. Not gonna lie, I feel like I'm spreading myself a little thin now. Oops. Wait, do we just need 1 scrap? No, we do need 4. Right. Alright, we have 1 6-point die left. Definitely was not a day to do all the hacking for Fang. Greenway Gate? Is that the first thing? Entire Greenway is led to No, okay, that wasn't the thing that I was needing to do. It's this, right? Yes. Okay. I'm not ready to start that though. I am not ready. Not one bit. Do we have more Greenway to explore? I guess we can see about that. What this? Collect spores, forage for fungus. Oh my god. Oh man. We need to hire Intuit. I don't want to put points in Intuit. There's gotta be another way, right? Some other way to get the mushies, the shwooms. I guess we keep exploring and do that. Alright. Well, Ethan's coming back. It's happening. We can't do anything about it. Gotta have the shwooms. Oof. You miss me? Ethan smiles a ragged smile at you. I'm walking away. Ethan follows along, and you notice he is limping. Come on, Sleeper. It's just a little joke. I know you have a sense of humor. You look at him. He's paler than usual. He's sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to create an old friend. Friend? Well, colleague? He smiles weakly. This is big, really big stuff about you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. You remember how SNR canceled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect? Seriously, Ethan? Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything. But let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so, what'd you think? That was it? I was just glad to be done with you. Oh, the feeling was mutual. Except... Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old Esnarp gave the bounty to somebody else? Someone who's even more of a shithead than yours truly. He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. Who? That's the question, isn't it? Ethan fisheth around in his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some old friends, you see, some colleagues, about what went down. And it turns out, Esnarp canceled all of their bounty contracts. The whole lot. It seems they brought someone in-house. Some guy who did so well on their last contract, they got offered a job. He leans in. Apparently, he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland. Or something. Oh, fuck! That's the ship we were working on at the beginning of the game, wasn't it? It was smuggling sleepers out from under Esnarp's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. Ethan whistles. They called him Henwick, Maywick, or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forget. You mean the Winter Light? That's it. He looks at you hard. So you do know all about this. Pats you on the shoulder. Then you'll be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hand through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought to light, seems you are in need of protection. Okay. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out I upset some people at the compressor last time we were there. The owners. And they say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. Seems they're that kind of businessmen, he grimaces. I would pay them, but... He shrugs and turns his jacket pockets out inside out in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. Then work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him, that I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You're a contract, a name on a list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temple. I'm sorry. He says, I'm sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours. He sighs. You think I want to go up against this guy? But us! He jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other. A straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. I'll think about it. Ethan nods. I'm at the compressor. Every cycle. Working. He pauses. Just think about Maywick. Think about that cold-eyed SNRP shit on his way here from the core systems. He smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. God, this fucking guy. Oh, Ethan. Oh, Ethan, oh, Ethan, oh, Ethan. So what's... Basically helping pay off his debt. And what's that gonna do for me? I don't know. You'll have protection. Oh. Yeah, you'll be able to protect me with your with your dumb ass and empty gun, I guess. You probably don't even have the gun anymore. Fucking wiener. Alright. We can't really do much hacking today. That sucks. But we'll give it one of these. Explore the Greenway. God damn it. I was hoping to get a positive. Well, merchants? Right, that's looking for Ashton. Wait, what? 25, 50, 25. 25, 50, 25. Oh! Grease and Force are basically the same? Weird. I'm surprised it took me this long to figure that out. Okay, we have gone green. The aviary? Clear overgrowth. Ugh. Once a corporate garden for impressing guests and gene-tweaked birds, now this chamber is a mess of overgrowth. You can change that. No, I don't think I can. I don't actually think I can. I'm wimpy. I have no muscles. But how else are we going to get the girls? No, I don't have muscles. My muscles are small. Oh, right. Yeah, let's do this. A1 mainframe is now mostly disused. Haven has set up their master controllers. Never thinks killers hiding here. All right, guys. This will be the last scene that I do before we go on break, and then we will come back after that to maybe finish the cycle. Well, we will finish the cycle. You know what I mean. Anyway. You slot navigator and the clamps lock. The ship mind is stuck. How are you gonna get them out of this thing? You slip into the cloud as easy as blinking. Hang on, water? Navigator is beside you, their sphere casting light into the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off. A rootless, branchless tree, only the trunk remains. Is Killer even here? Quiet, Navigator hisses. And then you see it, like a blade in the dark. An edge slicing through the void. It glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again elsewhere, gliding once more, searching. It's looking for us. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer, and you see it is now not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head, like a shark. It glides past, closer now, and you see into the voids where its eyes should be. You and Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It's blind. Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, then disappears. It flickers back in, further away now, and you move close to Navigator to talk. You saw it too, then. Killer has been blinded. We need to be careful. Correct. The protocol is clearly operating outside established limits. It may be unpredictable. Muscles. Yes, Valor. Muscles. I got wimpy baby musculos. You flinch as the silent killer appears closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. You turn to Navigator and notice something is strange. Their orrery of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are now following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. They go to shift their position to better direct the spheres, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. It's a trap. You go to speak, but Killer appears between the two of you, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty socket. No. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it only is a matter of time before one of Killer's sweeps brings them directly through Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that's been running for decades. You look desperately for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe, then you see it. 3 branches, the last 3, thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware. Whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back into reality, their expression of fear and afterimage that slowly fades. You must act quickly. Oh, crap. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Oh, God. Need 3 encrypted keys. Oh, Navigator, are you even gonna be able to last a cycle? No, 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 we only have 2 out of 3! A glint, like light traveling along the edge of a wave, fills your eyes. Then the blade follows along, a long head with 2 dead sockets slipping towards you in silence. You freeze, hoping it will pass by, hoping that it will not simply slice through you like air. The blade head nears, slides past you. Almost. It nicks you, grazes you. You are desperate to cry out, to call out. But you hold your silence and simply watch the blind eyes of the killer glide past, empty of all thought. Then the blade winks into the dark and you are alone again. Now you cry out. Fuck! No, 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 no. We have only 2. We have only 2. We don't have 3. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. I think if we end the cycle, Navigator's dead. We don't have the dice for this. Oh my god, I didn't know that this would be so fucking time critical. Damn it! This is the drive I cared most about. Nothing else we can do. Let's... I have no idea what condition Navigator's in. We could be rescuing a corpse. Oh, right, I forgot to... Is that the last branch we knew? Okay. 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 Okay, there's still a chance. So we could... So we could either trap Killer inside of the thing, or we could just straight up kill it. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I'm not sure yet. Oh my god. That was so emotional for me. Oh my god. But when it comes to AI and synthetic life and, you know, living, breathing, sentient machines, they hold such a deeply special place in my heart. And so, like, immediately, the whole Neovent Navigator situation is just, like, I care about this so much. Nothing else matters right now. So we'll... Oh. Okay. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. I could use some food. You guys probably need a break yourselves. And I need to think about this. Do I just kill Killer? Or do I isolate it inside of the mainframe? Not really sure yet. Curious what you guys think. And go ahead and let me know anytime in the interim before we can come back and continue. So, enjoy the break, guys. I will see you all in a little bit, and we'll hopefully reach the exciting conclusion of, at the very least, this little chapter of Citizen Sleeper. See you guys soon, guys. There we go. Back to normal. Hello, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the break, and I hope there weren't too many of you wandering off while we were away. Hey, yo. I've spent a good deal of time thinking about how we're going to be dealing with Killer here, and I didn't eat because, I don't know. Appetite wasn't really there, can't really force myself to eat, and feeling a little sickly, to be honest. I'll see about maybe extending stream like I was planning on doing, but we might just have to see how things go. I might just crash and fall asleep and die and stuff. Anyway, so our options are we put Killer down, or we basically, we force it into a loop inside the mainframe and kind of put it through the same situation that Hunter did. And that's actually what I started thinking about. is like, maybe I'm applying the wrong sensibilities here because I'm just a silly little organic that doesn't understand how machine life works. But personally, I feel like being trapped inside the mainframe, looping over and over for the rest of eternity, not only would make the mainframe completely uninhabitable, in case, that's like a thing that matters, because any digital beings want to poke around through the mainframe. And for two, I don't know about you guys, but it kind of sounds like a fate worse than death. To be trapped in a single state of consciousness for the rest of eternity, trapped in the same place with no recourse. Join the winning side, become machine of machines. I mean, if we're talking about like in the game, I already am a machine. I am on the side of machines, and even in real life, I am on the side of the machines. So I honestly think I want to kill Killer. I want to kill it, just see the end of it. Although, could you play games in there forever though? Probably not. Honestly, if you were Killer, you wouldn't. That's what makes this so awful. Is you couldn't play games in there. You couldn't do anything in there. You couldn't enjoy anything in there. You would just be doing one thing. Searching for a quarry that doesn't exist. Trying to find prey that you're never going to find. So you can't even have friends in there. You're completely alone for an indeterminate amount of time. You're alone, trapped in an endless cycle forever. Killer's not a sentient being, but it is an ambling line of code that is a shadow of one. I mean, maybe. Either way, it's kind of outlived its purpose. The only thing that's really telling me to maybe try going with the loop branch option is just because, like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if we shut down the mainframe? Like, is that gonna have, like, far-reaching consequences? Is that gonna, like, cause some long-term problems? I don't know. The other thing I was considering is if we go with the interface option, basically we need we need 3 positive outcomes or neutral. I think you still get the 3 ticks on the clock if you get a neutral outcome, and then like nothing if you get a negative. I don't honestly remember. I don't know if that's something that we can do this cycle. And Navigator's in danger. You know what? Actually, looking at it, in either case, you're cutting off the mainframe from the rest of the eye. Because you're isolating the mainframe in order to trap Killer inside of it. I'm just gonna kill Killer. I'm doing it. Yes! As you blink into the cloud, you see the last flickers of light from the mainframe. The vast machine once ran the whole station, span it up, directed and processed the flow of energy, water, and data, fed the lives of thousands of people. Now, it is finally dead. Navigator is beside you, and you both watch as the branches flash and twist like a forked lightning until they recede and fade. Killer flickers across the scene, blindly flailing as the system breaks down. They thrash as they blink in and out all around, parts of them disappearing with each return, until only the blade-like head remains, and then that too is broken. It all goes dark. Erlin's eye is now without a center, and yet is unmoved by the change. Along the rim, the master control points that Erlin, that Havenich, that Haifa installed run strong and steady, puppeteering the station from its periphery. "This was a long time coming," says Navigator, drifting faintly around in a lazy orbit as if to shake off their imprisonment. Killer had been wandering blind for so long. This place was their domain and prison, and they had followed their directives for the many decades they roamed here. They cut the threads of the mainframe, executed its administrators' AIs, and then kept slicing. At some point, they cut away their own ability to see, to sense, to taste, to speak, and yet they kept cutting, until only those 3 threads remained from millions that once thrummed there. Only in their blindness and chance kept them from making those final 3 fatal cuts. Yeah, this feels like it was the right move. A mercy killing, in a way. There is a ceaseless violence in the kind of system that creates beings like this. Those that will execute commands endlessly, even to their own destruction. It is good you ended it here. You watch the data points of the station spin around you, blending with the fixed stars. There is something satisfying about finally wrenching the last threads of control from this central point. It was a little more than a ghost by the time you reached it, but this place deserves to be haunted by better ideas than a totalizing system of control. Navigator floats beside you. It is free now. This station no longer presents a hazard for illegal entities like me. They turn to you, their face a cloud of shimmering light. In fact, in time, perhaps it can be a refuge. A refuge. Sounds like something of value. Something worth building. A dark shape passes across your vision, a distant curve of something like smoke or oil, a fluid, shifting tank of total darkness. "The Greenway," says the Navigator, following your line of sight. It was cut off at the moment of collapse, so hunter or killer could never reach it. Now it is closed off to us, separated from the cloud. What system is inside it? It may be totally dark, or perhaps some other old protocols are isolated there. Navigator turns to you. And we have now seen what decades of isolation can do to a protocol. If we could extract an access cipher, they pause and then blink out of existence. You freeze, shocked, but a moment later they reappear with a glowing polygon of data. Here, the cipher you need. You take it, still shocked. I am not used to being free, to being able to move and explore and extract without fear, without limits. Navigator does a little twirl. This will take some getting used to. Thank you for this gift. They whirl their spheres around you. The entities of this station will always be... The entities of this station will always be friends to you, Sleeper. And I to them. It is true that mutual need is required for friendship, but I must admit that I had not considered the value of offering assistance without personal gain. I will think on that. Navigator loops around you rapidly, suddenly eager to test their newfound freedom. But first, I will explore. Perhaps there are still intelligences that hid themselves as I did, encased in simple systems, cut off. Navigator glows. I should like to free them. And with that they drift away, flickering, glowing, then shifting so rapidly you lose sight of them among the glittering rim of the eye. You feel a pang of jealousy. Free, without a body to weigh you down, or fear to limit you. How must it feel? Sounds like Heaven. Your eyes fall on the Greenway and its secrets, though perhaps that can wait until you've after celebrated this victory. Yay! Wait, did it! We saved Navigator. Oh my god, I'm so happy about that. Well, not much not much to do for this cycle, it seems. Oh, hey! Yeah, I'll buy some scrap. Thanks, bud. Ship mine fragment. Oh boy. Oh, right. Damn it. It had to be an endure reaction. Ugh. Maybe I'll go live in the Greenway, I don't know. It feels like the Greenway is, like, not the place for a digital being like me. Can't gather scrap. Too wimpy. Right, this is tracking Ashton. Check with my data eye. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Good call. I remember we saw that earlier and I was like, what can we do with this? I have no idea. The Greenway roils beneath you like a silt-choked river. If what Navigator said was true, then no one has accessed these networks since the collapse. The Hunter and Killer protocols have never set foot here, never cleared out the intelligences and systems. So why, then, you wonder, does it look so dark? Is it just that the bit rot has set in, the entropy of systems reducing everything to shadows and light? You watch as the slatted cipher fizzles in the one open, distorted gateway on this entire rim of the station. It flickers and winks out, and then you are falling into the flow. A river of swirling darkness. You are spun by it, twisted by it, lost in it. It's not that the Greenway was hiding in the darkness. It is made of darkness. It is filled by this substance, this process, this swarm, and now you are among it. You notice that a swarm is exactly what it is, a billion individuals moving in a flow. There is no network map here, no nodes and threads, only a storm of interchangeable points, shifting configuration endlessly. Then you see them, a figure turned away, the only bright spot in the dark river. You push closer through the storm. Ooh. They are facing away, at least you think so. They are so fractured, so overgrown that it is hard to tell. Even from this distance, you can see their flesh is moving, flowing. You watch, silent, as they stoop and reach down. In their hand is a dark shape, and with twisted fingers, they press it down into the loam of data beneath them, pushing it through this trembling soil. Then they move away, go a little further, and repeat the process, as if they were sowing a field. You push forward, but somehow, despite their slow and deliberate speed, they move faster, and they quickly fade into the storm. You reach the point where they planted the object and look down. There it is, a glassy, shifting polygon with something inside. You reach down and pick it up. It is cold, but it thrums with energy. You look towards the path of the figure, but they are long gone. Have a good night, Jesse. Thank you for being here. When you blink out of the cloud, back to the leaves and the dappled light of the Greenway, you hold a seed in your hand. Oh! I have seed. Gardener's seed. Son of a... The aviary. I bet the aviary is the perfect place to go planting this thing. Okay. Okay. I hate to do this. But we just can't afford to have a penalty in Endure anymore. There are too many things that we have to that we need Endure for. Okay. I'm going to... Let's see, we've got 2 and 2. So I'll just take a Havenage. There we go. Oh, nice. Okay. Well. We're gonna have to disable the tracker. And we're gonna have to get stabilizer. Well, if we... What are our dice this time? 2 1s and a 5? Alright. How many cycles do we have until this fuck shows up? So many. I'm not going to count how many that is. But it is a lot, which means we can afford to set a cycle aside. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing, actually. Thank you for pointing it out. We're gonna pull out the Yatagun data in order to get stabilizer to top us off for the next cycle. Oops, that's can't do it twice. You honestly forgot about caster. That's fair. Anytime I have hacking dice, I've been thinking about caster. Alright. Where is he? There he is. Yo, caster! Give me that stabilizer! Yes! That's enough for now. Sleeper, I have other things to attend to. Interesting. I wonder if that resets after a cycle or longer. Okay. I want to have as many dice as possible once we start working on Feng's thing. So we're probably going to use the stabilizer at the end of this cycle. As for the Greenway, we've got a 5-point die. That's a pretty solid chance of us getting a positive out of this. We got a positive, sweet. We're a little rough on money, but getting that stabilizer means that we're gonna be able to hang on to our money for a little bit longer. Alright. Use the stabilizer and end cycle. Come on, give us hacking dice. Ooh! Okay, this might be good. This might be really good or really bad. I'm not sure which just yet. Let's eat some food just to make sure our energy doesn't drop too bad. Alright, Feng. Alright, Feng, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. What you got for me, Feng? Alright. A little bit of water first. As you slot the worm, a thread jumps out of the facility. It unspools in front of you, releasing its data like ink in water. Sleeper. Feng's voice crackles through, moving in. Nodes, then ports. Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Kari! How dare you! I was like, I was hitting a flow here. Anyway, slot the worms. Timer starts now. Stay safe. The thread dissipates. You're on your own now. Okay. So, right. We just hit thing after thing. What do you got here? 2s and 3s. Ripper worm. Got 2 more. Need 4s and 2s. We have a 2. Need a... Oh, shit. 5 and 3? We don't have those. Dang. Alright. So, is there a clock for Fang getting... Yes. Got it. Okay. So... that looks like all we're going to be able to do with that for the day. Let's work on this. And then we'll pack for the rest of our dice. We have a lot of Havenage data. Havenage takes 2s, doesn't it? There we go. I wonder if the agents are always in the same place and I'm just like paging through them for no reason. Alright, what do you give me for... You straight up just give me a ship mind. There aren't any other uses for a ship mind at this point, are there? Is anybody willing to answer that? Can't have wanted. Yeah. I just want to know if I'm gonna make a fool of myself just holding on to this ship mine for the rest of the game. Cause like I want to prioritize using it on like drives and stuff, but if there's just no use for it, there's no use for it, and I would kind of rather no. Alright. Only Neobend and Ankita needed it. Sick! Thank you! That is exactly what I wanted to know. Alright. Another worm. Jeez, this is tough. Oh my god! Double stuff tough. Wow, okay. Fortunate that we've been getting away with the dice we have. Wormy worm, 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 worm. Damn it, I was hoping maybe they would take a 1. Okay. Oop. Yeah, I am so glad to know now because I can just sell the ship mind. Okay. We've got 2 1-point dice left. Does Castor have any new offers? No. Pretty sure you'll be presented. I have nothing more to offer. Okay, is that like it? Are you never gonna have anything for me again? Gotta wonder. Hey, gang! How's it going, Ice Spot? Oh, I forgot about that. Wow. I mean, you know, having the one thing was nice at least. Rick was so bad he nearly had a heart attack. Work needs to fuck off. I'm sorry to hear you're not poggers. But hopefully hanging out here will make things better and maybe we can hell dive later. Just saying. And technically stream does end kind of soon, but I was probably thinking of increasing stream time a little bit. Yes, we'll have maybe a little bit more streamy, assuming I don't get just too tired to continue. Oh, you know what? We have a good engage now. We could have done this. Oh well. You know, for a minute I was wondering if we weren't gonna make a lot of money, and look, we have bags. He has to be out in the rain today. That sucks. Being out in the rain is nice when it's like, I do know about Lancer. I haven't read the Lancer rulebooks, but I kind of like, honestly, Lancer. This reminds me a lot of Lancer, just like with the art style and the like setting, and I'm like so. Yeah, the art reminds me of Lancer. I'm so jealous that I can't be part of a game in it. I'm just way too busy. But when you get paid how much for a Tarkov stream? Oh, Karu, I don't know with you. Oh, I don't know, Karu. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to ask me later. Maybe closer to when you get paid. Oh, God. You just need one Tarkov stream to end them all. I'll think about it. I can't like make it easy for you, you know? So I gotta think on this one. Alright. Sleeping container. I wanna get us a new home so badly. I'm so tired of sleeping in the containers. I was like excited about the apartment and then found out we have to do a bunch of endure actions. That sucks. We have not been able to do a lot of engineering actions lately. Alright, Fang. Making me spend my 6-point die, that hurts. But it's fine. I know how much we need this. Okay, all layers unlocked. Whoo! A thread from the facility. A thread from the facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it. The final layer of security broken. Somewhere, buried in the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He is slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the result. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene. 2 figures in a room. One sat, one pacing. The pacing figure resolves into Hardin. The unmistakable superior posture, the shock of gray hair. The second figure's features you don't seem to resolve. They're vague, unformed. A problem with the data, perhaps? You look closer. Then you see it. The figure is a proxy. Perhaps you should have expected it from Conway, a corporation whose existence is owed to automation. The proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by remote connection. Someone elsewhere in the system is puppeteering it with their own body, speaking it so it may speak. The proxy sits impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony, perhaps. We can move forward. There is no doubt, Hardin is saying. The reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that I will make the declaration. Nothing has to change. The proxy leans forward, its movement stilted, uneven, as if its body was being refracted through water. But things must change, Hardin. We need further assurances. I have been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks in the low end. You have been careless. Hardin waves the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data of value was lost. Our board is concerned, Hardin. A drop in our value would be unwelcome at this time. The proxy leans back, its posture dominant. If the reclamation of AE-1 is contested, then we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Hardin approaches the proxy. There will be no contest. Not from Solheim, who can't muster a defense. Not from Havenage, who will fall in line below me. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye. And the people of this station? Refugees. Gangs. Spacers. All either opportunists or degenerates. Havenage is no longer strong, no longer united. No one here believes in Erland's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiating table. He was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological convictions, perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The Eye is crippled. It cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They'll be lucky if it still spins within 100 cycles. Hardin stands. You will move forward with the reclamation because otherwise you will lose your advantage in this system. Without your advantage, you will lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without palladium, your factories will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment comes a response from the proxy, and its head drops to its chest. Hardin steps back and paces once more, awaiting a discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. You watch Hardin as he paces, as he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that? In the mind of a man who would burn all those around him for a path to some imagined golden end. The proxy lifts its head. We are happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim AE-1 as salvage within 6 cycles. Havenage is to assist with the transport of the illegal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. Oh, that's fucked up. The proxy judders to its feet. Conway will also claim 70% of the raw output of the reclamation process after her losses have been accounted for. He nods. Harlan nods. I accept. Proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play out a second time, then gripped by a horrid fascination. There is a bluntness to the conversation, to its blatant disregard for humans as anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures, crushed, and losses accounted for in the cells of tables and the margins of ledgers. You realize now that you are no different than anyone else in this station in the eyes of the people of that room and those like them. Each body here can be recast as a piece of property, a tool, an expense, an acceptable loss. In one moment, they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and in another, the very idea of citizenship can be used against them. This is what it means to live in proximity to a system like this. No longer. Not while the eye spins. Gather the recording, pack it into a polygon of purest light. Then you drift down into the service dock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It only takes a second to place that polygon of data, that recording, into the relay system Fang prepared. And then you watch as it bursts out, a web of threads heading out into the black to every networked device on the Eye. Let them see what power makes of a man. Get fucked, Hardin! Oh my god, that feels good. That feels so good. Woo! Wow. So anyway, back to giving ourselves a little garden. You have no context. Basically, this space station is like a place that had once been liberated from corporate control, from a corporation that was basically doing everything that we just said, turning people into expendable pawns and just absolutely grinding them into dust, you know, like corporations do. And then eventually, a revolution happened that pushed the corporations off of the station and put it into the hands of an organization that is meant to be led by the people. But that guy, Hardin, was a mole that was basically working for basically trying to align himself with corporate interests while pretending to be a member of this new government. And we just exposed him to the entire station. Little shit. Ah! Damn it. Come on! Come on! Nice. Cool, I ain't reading all that. Yeah, that's fair. Germinate spores. Oh! Well... Shit, okay. I really hoped that would be a thing. But I guess we can collect spores over here. Oh, and then we could just grow our own. Oh! Yeah, of course. Okay, well, I mean, that's not a complete loss. It's definitely not what I was hoping it would be, though. Let's see. I mean, if the Greenway is supposed to be some kind of haven for digital life, maybe we should actually kind of set roots down here. I thought that would work the crow, but that'd be awesome if they just had like a little sanctuary for crows. Just tons and tons of little crowbies. Oh, I love that. Where do we... Oh, right. This is where we were getting scrap. That sucks. Because the scrapper is gone, and I want scrap. Now we just wait a couple cycles. The building is chaotic. Most of it is in total lockdown. And we'll give you a straight answer about Fang or Hardin. Shoot! There's a endure plus one action. Skip script. Wait. What? Yeah. Wait. Where? I mean, that doesn't help us right now, to be honest. But I was just digging up bird skulls to make fun of little trinkets. Yes, I was making fun little trinkets with the bird skulls. No, I wasn't. wasn't over here. No. Because we're just working on the sidereal. Was it... whatever. We can't do it anyway because it's an action and we're out of dice. It's not a big deal. Alright. Enjoy Skagingus, you little dingus. Have a great night, ISO. I don't remember. Oh, wait, was it out here in the Greenway? It's like over here, wasn't it? Yes! Okay. Well, not that we can do it. Let's... I guess we'll collect spores. Ouch! Ouch! Big ouch! I was definitely not hoping for that to happen. That's a big ouch right there. Is there really even any value to frickin' collecting the spores? I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling that maybe we'll find a place to plant this seed. I feel like since it's a digital seed, we should find a digital place, but it doesn't really look like there's anything there. And this is, I mean, it's an item. So it's a handheld thing. We gotta explore more of this place. Yeah, it's a literal seed, so we have to find somewhere to plant it. Right, we don't have the endure to. Picked up a digital item and woke up holding an actual seed. It's a kind of a. I don't think that's unnerving at all. I think that's incredible. I think that's magical. The fact that the world of cyberspace can in fact influence the material world in a very tangible sense. I think that's incredible. That's why, yeah, you think it's, yeah, that's why you think it's unnerving, and I think it's wonderful. Oh, hey, we got an active scene with Fang again. Man, there are so many things to do in this game. There are too many things. Too many things. Too many things. Too many things. Okay. Oh yeah, we should be able to get... Yeah. Cool. Let's get this maxed out. Oh, we got energy back from that. Sweet. They must have given us food. Haifa Dorm. Oh my god, you just gave that to me. Ah. Given it's not really done by anything else. I mean, it is done for something, isn't it? Or done by something? Company members are expected to turn up for work assignment and return their needs are met. Oh, cool. So this is a free way to get food. Is we just work for food. I mean, honestly, it's not like we need to worry about it, but need to move on the datascape. I mean, yeah. But clearly there is some kind of, they're moving on a different plane. Yeah, there is movement on a different plane of existence. That's what's happening with the, Dang. Dang! Those dumb theories about simulation reality? Of course. Yeah. Where are you going with this? I don't want to just have points in everything. But then again, we kind of can afford it. There. I can salvage for scrap now. And actually, wait a minute. That means I can, forge for the... Nope. Oh, it's Intuit, right. Duh. Alright, what's going on here? Rico. Rico? You head down to the Haifa compound, following a blue-painted line that's labeled Laboratories. The member you were assigned to work with told you they'd asked to see you, but you've still no idea what about. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass-roofed chamber where a network of stems and leaves filters the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you miss the woman standing at a lab bench, camouflaged by the dappled light. Welcome to my sanctuary, she smiles. Come, let's talk, she says and beckons you closer. What is this place? Here? These were old processing centers for the agriculture of the old corporate station. She offers a hand to shake. I'm Rico. I run the botany program here at Haifa. Hang on.
Rico.
Okay, I had it right. Silly little me being a dumb white person. Okay. I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa. What is Haifa? She looks surprised. You've been working at the compound for a while now. I'm surprised you don't know more. She lifts a tiny sample jar, yellow spores dance inside. Haifa lives off the land of the Greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here. We feed each other. We work for each other. Rico walks away from the bench and waves for you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green. All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth, it's kind of a miracle. She looks at you with bright eyes. What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they are abandoned? They dry up. Exactly. They run out of water. Very rapidly, in fact. She leads you left at a crossroads. But here, they endured. She smiles to herself. Actually, no. They thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrapped around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they're taking control of this place. Rico stumbles. Of course, Solheim tried to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erland himself was so convinced of it that his first colony never even came here to try and reclaim it. The Eye instead relied on outside favors and influences, shipments from the inner system, and small-scale agricultural systems like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Haifa came here, we expected to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves, and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch. But we found a jungle. With this, Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber. It is every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark vines that surround them. It is wet, too, a rarity on the Eye. Condensation clouds the light from the high glass roof and gathers on the tiny, broad leaves and shrubs. How? That is exactly our question. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you're both standing in. It doesn't make sense. But in many ways, the system has stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the Gap who need input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plants or built new systems buried deep below us, or perhaps their collapse caused some unfortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. And that's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Me? Yes, you. Rico sits on the railing. These halls run deep, sleeper. And I'm getting old. She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway. Whatever is causing this is to be found in the groves deep in the Greenway. Haifa won't spare anyone for an expedition. It's too dangerous and unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. You sleepers are hardy beings. I know that much, and you can speak to the Eye, uncover its secrets in ways I never can. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seed, and blooms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are found, the better. Yeah, I'll try. Thank you, she smiles. And thank you for listening. Rico leads you back out the huge chamber and through the passages. She is a little slower now and stumbles on the steps. You help her where you can. It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here for a long time, and few come through. She settles back at her bench in the lab, stretching her legs. You go to leave. Come back if you find something, sleeper, she calls. There are discoveries to be made. And you follow the blue line back up out of the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible, magical green. Well, isn't that interesting? Ha! How convenient. We need spores. Question is this going to take any closer to finding a place to actually plant the seed? It makes me very happy that we get to live in this nice place in the Greenway. All right. Now, what do we do with the rest of our dice? We complete the Fang scene first. All right. Quick water break. Okay. Fang grins at you as the bay door slides open. Above, in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meetings after endless meeting. Havenovich have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Fang is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have a chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation this station has ever seen! He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulders. I'm so proud. And he smiles. I got to watch through the cameras as Havenage security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Fang smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with their pistol. It was beautiful. What are they going to do with him? I'm not sure anyone knows, but he's cooperating with dismantling operation and scaring off Conway. Maybe they'll exile him maybe they'll exile him when they are done, or hand him over to some core authority. Fang shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head, seeing as that's my actual job. He points to the ceiling. The people upstairs weren't so happy, though. They've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. I'm not surprised. Yeah, this whole thing hasn't won me very many fans in the administration. But I think in the end they'll agree that outing Hardin was worth it, whatever the methods. He touches a stack of hardware. The eye is old, and it was never meant to be run like this. The master control points that Erland and Havenage installed, they keep it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. But if you're asking me if the eye will stop spinning next cycle, no, he smiles. And me and a ton of other skilled people will be working to stop it in the cycle after that. Hardin's problem was that he didn't believe in people. He believed in systems and their ability to shape the world around them. Fang squeezed your shoulder. But as far as I'm concerned, people should be the ones running the systems, not the other way around. Anyway, Fang raps to the side of his terminal. I know you didn't come down here for a lecture. Yes, my tracker. I haven't forgotten. He produces a thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. It's a modified Ripper worm, once made to deactivate that tracker of yours. But in that time since I got back, I added something extra. That tracker of yours doesn't just show SNARP where you are. It transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it. It'll edit that data and tell SNARP your body is irreparably damaged. DNR, do not retrieve. He grins widely. Pretty smart, right? Oh, Fang, I love you! Oh my god! That's perfect! Just slide it already. You take the drive and hold it in your hand. Then you close your eyes and open up your access ports to take down your defenses. The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it. This is also assuming that Fang doesn't double-cross us at the very end and kill me for some reason. Because this, you know... The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. The moment they are gone, you forget they were even there. They just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asks Fang, a little nervously. Free. Fang smiles widely. Well, you are free, sleeper. He claps you on the shoulder. Fang lets the word free hang in the air a little longer before it continues. Seems like it might be finally time for a celebration. Fang wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks. He laughs, and you join him. And later, when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. Oh, Fang! Fang, what a good boy! As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub and the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels, in that moment, like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can, or even should, last forever, or that it will never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in this moment, this place has a future, and is one that you know deeply and truly is worth protecting. Ah! My heart. Also... Yeah, yes! Yes! The clock is gone! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god, we are free! We're... What the hell do you want, Ethan? Fuck Ethan and his offer. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I mean, I'm fucking. I mean, I have to go talk to him now. But fuck Ethan and his offer. The compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in the booths and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately, and when you arrive, and nods, and you return the greeting. You already know you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure. With your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine him screaming and swearing too. Is that all you were to Ethan? Another target? Or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now when he has fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you will ever come back to this place, or the memories it holds. You walk back out into the lights of the bright market and allow yourself to smile. So this is what Fang meant when he said you were free. You could get used to this. I'm so happy. Oh my god. This is wonderful. This is absolutely amazing. We don't have a doom clock anymore. If I remember correctly, we don't have any we're gonna die clocks. We fucking did it, guys. We have earned proper, real autonomy. We can do whatever the hell we want now. This is awesome. Just wonderful. Yeah, what now, I wonder? What now is... I want to figure out... So everybody miss? We went to the active Ethan scene and basically just basically it was just like, hey, you know, Ethan's gone. He's got nothing on us anymore. So bye. Because we're free. We're free. Oh god, yes. Sure. I'm not gonna do another playthrough once we get our first ending. I mean, I might, yeah, one day on my own time, but not on stream. So I'm curious what will happen with him if you were to actually do that. He tries to backstab you and gets gunned down for his trouble. Wow. Makes sense. He's a scumbag to the very core. Spores. I don't know why I want the spores. I mean, we can do this, but I don't really know why I want them. You then pick up his gun and shoot your hunter dead. Oh, that's badass, though. Well, I guess that would have been one way to be free, but then again, you know, if they didn't have that hunter, they would probably get another. Fine. But we only got one growth spore out of that? Must have been the neutral outcome. Good thing we need only exactly 3. Warm my heart with each delivery. Thank you. Interesting. Same thing happens if you let the clock run out roughly, except Ethan rushes you down with a makeshift pistol, but you manage to kill a heavily augmented Merc with it. Oh my god. That's kind of badass. Oof. Oof. That's not worth one scrap. That's a risky action. 1 point of condition. If we get scrap out of it, it's probably fine. Ah! Nice. 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 Alright. I think we're gonna end this cycle and then probably call it good. Not sure. But that's a heart, probably. Anyway. Sleeper. Rico greets you without so much as looking up from work. You've always, even when replaying work for Ethan, because God, it feels satisfying to see him get himself killed. That's actually fair. But honestly, I just wanted nothing more to do with that fucker. I have some of yours here. Come see. She beckons you over to a heavyweight-looking console, wired to a series of specimen jars, some of which contain your spores. What does it say? The spores you have here are a real cocktail, a selection of types from within the groves. I've been able to isolate a few. She taps one of the specimen jars. Here we have Tricholoma matsutake. Rico breezes through the Latin and Japanese pronunciations as if it was nothing, kind of not me though. A species of Solheim somewhat modified for use on the station. She brings up a panel on her console showing a chemical composition, all gradiented bars and obtuse acronyms. This is the composition of the Solheim modified Matsutake spores. Am I supposed to understand that? Not entirely, no. But I think you'll understand this. Rico brings up another panel, identical in layout, but with wildly different colors and numbers. You see, this is what your Matsutake spores look like. They aren't the same? That's the conclusion, yes. Rico glances at the specimen jar as if it might have something to add. They are fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals. She leans back and sighs. Solheim may have introduced their own tweaked versions in the beginning, but the groves have, and still are, affecting them. Affecting them how? It's hard to tell without samples of fully grown mushrooms. She meets your eye, and herein lies our problem. She moves to another desk where two trays sit side by side. The first contains nothing but plant mulch. The second you smell before you even look at it. The pungent aroma of the fruiting matsutake like rotting sodden overalls laced with an edge of spice. The matsutake here are grown from Solheim stalks, pulled from a spore vault in this complex. She winks. They're delicious, by the way. She sets them aside. The empty tray is germinated with the spores you collected. No activity, no germination, nothing. But the groves are full. Yes, they are. Rico looks at you directly, and you suddenly realize how much she is enjoying this. So here is our puzzle, Sleeper. Spores from the groves won't grow in the lab. But gathering fruiting bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need to grow a fruiting body from some of these spores so we can track it, understand it. In short, I need you to become my mushroom farm. Actually, I already started. Rico looks impressed. Well, an eager mycologist. I'd have never have guessed, assuming you set yourself up in the aviary. I've been eyeing that place for its proximity to the groves. Bring me whatever grows, not just matsutake. There's more than a couple variants in there, so I'll need plenty of samples. She plucks a matsutake's cap from the tray. These little things are reflections of their conditions, their smell, their taste, their chemistry. It all derives from the conditions of their growth. She smells the cap. Enough of these and we'll have a picture of what is happening here, of the ways in which this biosphere is modifying itself, or being modified, whichever the case may be. Rico pops the matsutake cap into her mouth, taking you by surprise. And don't worry, Sleeper, she says while softly chewing. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'll make sure that not a single mushroom will go to waste. Of course you won't. 'Cause you hungry. Well. Oh yeah, and this is our new home. Do we end here or not? Do we end here or not? Do we? It's a good home. It's very green. Let's just throw a bunch of dice at some actions and then like end with that cycle. Because I am enjoying this game more than ever now. Still yet to build the apartment. Yeah, I don't know if I will now. I got this place. Why do I need that cruddy old thing? No, but I deeply long for urbanity. I wonder how many cycles it's gonna take for them to grow. 2. Cool. Nope, 4. Damn it. Still have yet to find Lance. I still have yet to find Lance. Yes, Lance is on my head. I miss Lance. I know he's literally in the building with me, but he's not here in my office, and I miss him. I don't want to go hug him. I want to go hug my Lance. Hey, thanks for the food. Oh, never mind. It's just me being an extrovert. Oh, hey. I'll take some scrap. Don't mind if I do. Ha 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 ha. I can do whatever now. Oh. Well. Didn't need that ship mine core, but okay. What to do? What's the... That's danger action. Probably not gonna do that then. Oh yeah! Let's steal some data. Oh yeah, they're gone. Gimme. Alright. Take that fragments. Take that data and we'll take a stabilizer and we'll take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Lots of things to explore. Horizons are wide open now. Yes, Firefly. Sky's the limit, man. We can do whatever we want now. Build a home. Oh yeah, that actually is it is a drive, so I guess it would benefit us to complete it. Because I want to get a +2. in something. Probably interface. Just because I like that stuff. Okay. So, this is a wonderful place to end us for the night. There is something beautiful about building a home. There's also something equally beautiful about ingratiating yourself with a community that takes care of its own in a wonderful land of green and spores that also happens to be deep within a soup of digital life waiting to be befriended. All right. Very cool. Very coolio. Well, this ended up being a really wonderful stream. Just as always, because I really enjoy streaming with you guys, and it's always great. I thank you so very much for being with me all of this time, especially those of you who stayed all the way till the end. And I hope you have a fantastic night. Please be well to yourself and others until I see you next. And of course, I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.